welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me chit chat video. I've been wanting to do this chit chat video for a long time. I wanted to just kind of update you guys with questions that you guys might have since me moving, BBL, like my relationship, all of that fun stuff. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Blanca Yvette and I do post videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you guys want to join the family, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and join us so you guys can see all of the videos that I do post. So if you guys want to go ahead and chit chat, get ready with me, then just keep on watching. Okay. Yay, so you guys all asked like a bunch of good questions. We're gonna get really personal and I'm gonna just talk to you guys, let you guys know how I feel. Have you guys been noticing that there's been like so many helicopters lately? Like, oh, what the fuck is that? What is that? Oh my god, I wish I would have recorded it. It looked like a military helicopter jet or whatever you call them. That is creepy. So yeah, back to my questions. Okay, so the first question that I have on here, so I had a bunch of good ones. I'm just gonna like talk about them as they go. You guys already know I ramble way too much, so hopefully I don't get lost in these questions because they were all just so good. But the first one is, how am I adapting to LA? And honestly, everything has been great out here. I have been loving, you know, being out here and just knowing that I'm not in Stockton anymore. I do feel a lot safer. I do feel a lot just happier overall. But everything's been really good. Honestly, I can't complain. I haven't really felt like I've fully experienced the change just because I still don't go out or anything because I'm at home since we're, you know, obviously like locked down because of the whole virus. So obviously that, you know, has been a big impact that we're all kind of going through. So I haven't been able to fully experience what it's like to be out here, going out and, you know, taking the kids out and, you know, doing things out of the normal, like going grocery shopping, going to the stores, stuff like that. Like, I haven't done any of that because I'm in my home 24/7, but then this is just my life in general. I do this all the time. I don't go out. Even when I wasn't, you know, going through the whole virus thing, we would never really go out. We were always just kind of at home. We've always been homebodies, and that's just kind of how we roll. But it's been good, you know. LA life has been great, treating us well. The city has been treating us well. It's been a good decision. I'm overall 100% happy with the move. I wouldn't, you know, really change much about it besides just wanting my whole family to be out here with me. As you guys can see, like from my vlogs, you guys know that I do have like friends who have been here and I do have family who has been here. And that's just because obviously, you know, my niece, she doesn't have school, so she's been chilling with me. And then as far as like other people that have been here, you guys will know why they're here once they're ready to kind of like talk about that. Just because I feel like it's not really my place to talk about other people's, you know, journeys or other people's life. That's not really like my place. But I'm overall just happy. A lot of my friends, you know, I miss them. I haven't seen them. We're on group messages and we'll like message each other like, oh my god, like once this is over, like we need to get together. Like I miss you guys, you know, stuff like that. Missing them, and it sucks that I can't see them. But hopefully once this is all over, we can all reunite and get together. I'm hoping that, you know, within the next couple of months, I am doing a lot of things for myself. And it's going to require me to have a lot of help, not just for myself, but like for the business in general. So I'm hoping that, you know, I can hopefully give my friends the opportunity to be able to move out here and be out here with me, or even family members. So that's just kind of like the goal in general. So hopefully that's how it goes. Okay, next question. How have the kids been adapting to the move? So they're little, and I really can't say how have they been adapting as far as like how they feel, but just based off of how they've been acting, like I feel like they don't really know what's happening. Like they just got here, they saw that their room was in a different place, they were in a different house. I can tell you guys though that they don't really sleep very well. Max and Camila both cry a lot at night, and they cry kind of like they're having nightmares. So I don't know, I feel like my house is haunted. Like, oh my god, I can't believe I just said that aloud. But I literally feel like something's up in here. I kid you not. Like the way that the babies just kind of wake up in fear, like they're just like, they kind of like gasp for air. Like they're like, Max wakes up like every 2 hours or something, just crying for no reason. And I'm telling you guys, like I have been having a lot of sleepless nights. I mean, my schedule is just all jacked up in general, but I've been having so many sleepless nights because Max just does not want to sleep in his room. And if he's in the bed with us, he is tossing and turning and crying and crying and crying and crying. And I'm just like, what is wrong with him? And, you know, he would cry before, but not the way that he's crying now. Like, he's crying. Like, he's crying like something's hurting him or someone is bothering him. Oh my God. But it's been crazy as far as that goes. But for them, besides that, like, I mean, I feel like they've been adapting pretty good. We definitely are a lot more involved with them now than we were before, as far as like going out and playing with them and stuff. And that was just because like before, you know, I really wouldn't go to like my backyard, or even, I mean, I didn't have much of a front yard, so we would just have them inside the house 24/7. As opposed to now, we're like always in the backyard with them. We have the stroller. We'll take Camila outside in the backyard, and we'll just like walk around with her. And we, you know, have a little basketball court outside for Max, where he just likes to play basketball. So there's a lot of like outdoor activity being done with them now. So they've really been loving that. Like I feel like I've noticed that they really just like, you know, being outside playing. Like Max hates whenever we bring him inside the house and we're just like, okay, it's time to go in. He cries and cries and he's like, I don't want to go in. Oh my god, maybe that's why he doesn't want to go in. I'm telling you, I be psyching myself out. I'm like, there's something fishy in here and I need to do some research because something's up. But they've been adapting pretty well. Do you miss Stockton? You know, I don't miss the situation that I was in Stockton, as far as how I was feeling the last couple of months that I was there. But I do feel like I miss like knowing where I'm going, and if I wanted to visit my friends, I could, you know, seeing my family, you know, and basically where I grew up. Like I do miss all of that, like that feeling, the security, the love that I had for the city that I lived in. But I do not miss the circumstances that I was in at the moment. And do I see myself like going back? Probably not. My you know, my goal is to find the place that I call home again. And the city that we're here right now definitely feels like that for us. Like we love where we're at. It just feels nice. It feels, we love it. You know what I mean? Like we would not change it for anything. So, I mean, for that being said, it's kind of like 50-50. Like I do miss it, but then I'm happy with the decision that we made to come out here. I'm never going to finish if I can't talk and answer a question at the same time. I'm going to do my cut crease real quick because I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys if I... Okay, so I didn't even tell you guys, excuse the big ass bruise I have on my face. I had mentioned to you guys I got my smile lines removed. Can't even breathe. Got my smile lines removed. I didn't even notice that I didn't even mention anything about the big ass bruise that I have on my face. So yeah, the next question is, how has your recovery been with your BBL? How's life, your body, and your mind lately? I see you glowing. So I'm going to talk about this specifically because I feel like there's a lot to say on this specific topic, because I have been seeing a lot of messages on social media as far as like my recovery, how I've been feeling, that you guys, you know, obviously see that I just look happier and I look like I'm living life, you know what I mean? So if you follow me on Instagram, you guys obviously have seen that I've been really consistent. I feel like this is probably the most consistent I've been in a really long time as far as like my outfits go. And if you guys are OG followers of mine, you guys know that I've always loved, you know, fashion and dressing up and just being, you know, girly and dressing cute and stuff like that. But I kind of stopped doing that and transitioned more to like the t-shirts, just because that was the style, you know. I kind of went with how fashion went. And I started dressing more casual, kind of just like Yeezy season, you know, very Kardashian inspired, because, you know, they're trendsetters and they basically put a plastic bag over their head and I put a plastic bag over my head. So you follow just basically trends, and that's just kind of how it's been. But, you know, occasionally I do like to dress up really, you know, cute and flirty and just really girly, and that's always been my style. It's just I never really felt like 100%. I felt more comfortable wearing like sweats and my hoodies, you know. But I'm gonna talk to you guys very one-on-one, confess something to you guys, and just kind of just talk to you and really help you guys understand my mindset and where I am at the moment. Because although I am in a happier place, and I know that you guys see the happiness literally through me, you know, shining through me, and just how genuinely excited I am about things when I talk about them, or just around my husband and my babies and like life in general. And I don't want you guys to think it was just because of my BBL, you know what I mean? Even though it did play out a big part in it. But I want you guys to understand where I'm coming from, so you guys can get an idea of exactly how I feel, you know? So we'll take it back to when I started social media. So I have been on social media since the 1800s. Obviously, you guys already know. I have been on here for a while now, you know, like I'm pretty familiar with, you know, how things kind of work here, and I've gone through transitions in my life here. You guys have seen me basically grow up on here. You know, I've been here since I was 21 years old, you know, dating Ulises, and then getting engaged, and then getting married, and then having Max, and then having Camila, and then now, you know what I mean? Like, those have been big things in my life that have happened, that if you guys are OG followers, you guys have been sorry, I was reading something that you guys have always been around and have seen those transitions in my life. And my journey through social media was very early on. I, you know, went on here when social media first started, and although I didn't start taking social media really serious until I quit my job 4 years ago. And it's really when like I started being more consistent. In the beginning, it was just for fun, you know what I mean? Like I would just post, I would just, you know, do it to do it, and I loved it, and that was just kind of how it went. I grew, and then I started, you know, the seminars, and my journey on social media was just beautiful, you know what I mean? Like I loved being on social media. I loved, you know, what it came with. I didn't even make money back then. Oh shit, I just put mascara on my eye. I didn't even make money back then. I just did it because I loved it. And you were able to see that, you know, you were able to see that it was just me having fun, having a good time, and posting online, and really showing you guys my life. So throughout those transitions, those years, I was in a very happy place in my life, obviously. I was in a good time. I was growing. I was you know, just being me and being loved for the person that I was. And it made me feel good, you know, it made me want to continue to be on here and really focus on inspiring people. I feel like that was always my goal in life. It was just to inspire people. And me being from the place that I am from, which is in Stockton, I don't live in the best area. You know what I mean? I never lived in the best city. And it could either make you or break you. And that's the reality of where I lived. Like, it could either make you or break you. And for me, I was not going to allow that to define who I was. And I wanted to show people, like, look, guys, like, you can be anything you want to be as long as you put your mind to it. You know, like, I'm surprised, honestly, I'm surprised that I even got as far as I got living where I lived, because it's so easy to feel unmotivated, not want to post, not be consistent, you know, not want to grow. Like, it's so easy to get stuck on that, especially when you're around people who don't really believe in what you're doing or don't understand. Like, it's really hard. Like, I'm honestly surprised that I've even made it to the point that I'm at right now and that I didn't give up, you know, because there was so many downfalls in the process that I could have easily been like, you know what, this is just not working out for me, and I can't do this anymore, you know? And it's like, I never wanted that for myself. Like, I wanted to just really, the message behind who I am was what always stood out to me. Like, I always wanted to just feel like I was doing something right. You know what I mean? Like, I was doing something that was really going to just motivate people and inspire them to be like, you know what? And it's crazy because, like, I'm just sitting here in front of a camera, like, you know, vlogging or doing my makeup. But I wanted you guys to be like, wow, like, you know, she's doing something with her life, and she's doing it for herself and for her family. Because at the end of the day, everything that I do is to make sure that my babies are proud of me, my family is proud of me, and that I'm doing something good, and I'm showing, you know, my little nieces that they could do anything that they want to do. That's the big goal. That's the big goal. And as long as I do that, I know that I've accomplished something. You know what I mean? Like, it was never to, like, be famous or be this or that on social media. Like, that was never the goal. Like I said, I was always on social media just for fun, to just have a good time, you know? So then the transition happened of, you know, obviously everybody kind of being online, and social media just took off, and people, you know, made it a job and everything. So with that being said, a lot of things changed for me from that transition. From me, you know, going to doing my seminars. I stopped doing my seminars because I got pregnant, obviously, with Maximiliano. And I stopped doing my seminars, and then I became a mom. And in no way, shape, or form, I want you guys to think that it was me becoming a mom that became a problem. It was the internet that became a problem. I feel like the internet was just trying to tear me apart in every single way, and it was after I became a mom. It felt like everything that I was saying, everything that I was doing, everything that I was about didn't matter anymore. You know what I mean? Like, everybody just wanted to voice an opinion about my life and how I parented my children and what I was doing wrong. And I was a first-time mom, okay? Like, I didn't know anything about being a mom, you know? And I'm not 12 years old. I'm not like a baby having a baby, you know? Like, I'm a grown-ass woman. Like, I'm an adult. But nobody knows how to be a mom. Like, you don't just know how to be a mom. You know, you learn as you're growing, as you become a mother, you learn these things. You know, there's a lot of things that I do with Camila that I didn't do with Max that I've learned to do. And it's just those things that I feel like people were just really, really tearing me down and just wanting to voice an opinion about how my life should be. You know what I mean? And there's no right or wrong way to live your life. As long as I know that my babies are, you know, in good hands and they're being taken care of. They have a roof over their head. They're being fed. You know, they have a future ahead of them. Like, as long as I know that they're not around anything toxic and, you know, things like that, like, you know, they see happiness in my home. You know what I mean? Like, they see what love is. They're gonna know what it's like to be loved, you know, by their parents and the grandparents and the family members. And like, no les falta a ellos nada. You know what I mean? But for some reason on the internet, it felt like everybody wanted to think that everything that I was doing was wrong. You know what I mean? And that's how I felt at the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want you guys to think that it was literally just that, but at that moment, it felt like it was just kind of me against everybody, you know? And even though it probably was just like me against one person, you know? Like, it felt like it was the entire internet just wanting to voice an opinion. And I, you know, gave birth to Max, and I tried to be very, like, open with everything that I was doing with my babies, and, you know, share my life with you guys and their journey and their growth. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for my girls because I know that they love, you know, seeing my babies, and I want to share this with you guys, you know. But then it became, you know, a lot. So then I had Camila. Same thing, you know, like, people were already throwing shots at me, like, Camila this, Camila that, you don't like Camila, oh, she wanted a boy so bad, so she hates her daughter. You know, like, things like that were being thrown at me, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with people? You know, like, I'm just sitting here in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Like, why don't they just leave me alone? Let me be a parent. Like, let me learn that from my children. Like my children are gonna be okay. Like, stop worrying about them. You know what I mean? Like, stop it. You know, like, my kids are fine. And I decided not to post Camila as much as I was posting Maximiliano. That was a choice that I felt like I needed to make, because I wasn't going to go through this again. I wasn't going to go through, like, mind you guys, okay, I am a new mom. I just gave birth, and then now 4 months later, I'm pregnant again. Now I'm pregnant, dealing with a bunch of people just talking shit, and then I'm having another baby, and it's like, it's so much for me to handle already myself. Like, me, like, I'm already trying to handle this by myself, and then on top of that, I have people talking, you know, their nonsense. So then I was like, okay, you know what, I decided to be on the internet and post my life, so I'm just not going to post my daughter, and I'm just not going to, like, put her out there. And I kind of stopped doing that with Max too. Like, I started slowly, like, drifting away from posting him, and a lot of you guys started noticing that, like, why are you not posting babies? Like, how are they? Oh my god, Max is getting so big. And it sucked because I was, like, in a dilemma of 50-50, like, do I say fuck it and just post it and, like, you know, but these are my babies. Like people can talk about me all they want, but I'm not gonna, I can't allow them to come after innocent babies who have nothing to do with anything besides being a baby. You know what I mean? Like, I was not going to let the internet do that to me and let my babies be talked about. You know, they're not a subject of a conversation. Like, do not talk about my children. Do not talk about my babies. So I was like, okay, like, I'm just gonna, you know, like, let it be. So I was in such a negative place in my life, guys. Like, I was so focused on wanting to just have people accept me and have people just understand where I was coming from, and for them to just leave me alone, that it became so toxic for me. I was just not in a happy place anymore. I was not, you know, living life for me anymore. I was living my life to please everybody around me. I was living my life to have people accept me and have people think that I was the best mom ever, and for people to know that everything that I was doing was right. You know what I mean? And it's like, I honestly just wanted people to just leave me alone. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to go back to the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of influencers have said, like, okay, you know, back then, like, you know, people used to be nice on the internet, and this was my escape, and, you know, people used to be nice and friendly on here, and, like, now all of a sudden everybody wants to just pick apart your life. And And that is true, you know, I agree with that. The internet used to be a place where people just were on the internet for the love of makeup and for the love of fashion and to learn things and to, you know, just really learn from people, you know, and like it was a happy place to be at. And now it just seems like everybody wants to know the tea, everybody wants to know the gossip, everybody wants to know why this person's like this. They build you up so they can just tear you right back down, you know, like they want, as soon as they see somebody being successful and finally getting to a happy place in their life, it's like no, it's enough, like that's enough, like you had your moment, now we need to bring her back to reality, you know. And it's like, I get it, you know, there's some people who definitely, they let, you know, fame get to them, and you know, they act a certain way or whatever. And I don't feel like I've changed, you know. A lot of people feel like I'm a different person, and I feel like maybe I changed in the sense where I cared too much about people, what people thought about me. I cared too much about what they had to say. And the reason why I'm rambling about it, it plays a part in and where I'm at in life right now, because I feel like I'm talking too much and I'm sharing too much. But I feel like this is the moment where I feel like I just need to like really tell you guys how I feel, right? So I was in such a negative space where I just felt like everything was just being like talked about, and like one thing after another. And maybe I felt like that because I also was very emotional at the time, because I had just given birth, you know. Like people don't realize that, you know, you're coming after a pregnant woman, you're coming after a woman who just gave birth, and you're targeting these things. And it's like, it took me into a really sad place. And I know that a lot of you guys did notice that change, like, oh, like I don't know, she's there's something weird about this girl, like she's just not who she used to be anymore, and she's not that happy person that she was anymore. Like she's changing, she's just not the person that we fell in love with once upon a time, you know. And that's kind of where it hurt, you know, because I'm like, man, like I'm losing who I am as a person. And why am I allowing that to happen? Why am I allowing these people to let me know who I am, you know, or judge me, or think that they know the type of person that I am, you know. And I feel like 2020 Blanca, the person that I am now, not anything to do with my BBL, I wanted to change that, you know what I mean? Let me finish my eyebrow. I wanted to change that. I wanted to change the way that I allowed people who did not know me to control my emotions. Not even my life, but my emotions and how I felt. Because I feel like I did a good job at pretending like, you know, things were okay for the most part. And I'm telling you guys, this has nothing to do with like me, like in my life in general, because my life really was fine, you know. Like I was loving, you know, like everything that was happening, like my life as far as, you know, me being a mom, and like, you know, my marriage, and like everything was just working so good. Like I was in a happy place, but it seemed like nobody wanted me to be happy, you know. And it's like I realized that for some reason on social media, people only want to listen if you're going through something. If they only want to listen if you're sad or if you're upset. Like they never want to see you happy, like genuinely happy, because if you're happy, you're fake, or you let fame get to you, or the money is talking now. And it's like, no, I just want to be happy. I just want to live my life. Like I just want to, you know, be a good person, and like, you know, live life the way that I always wanted to live, and that it's taken me, you know, so long to get here, you know. Like all this work is for something. It's to feel happy, to feel like, you know, you're doing something in your life, you know. So at that point I was like in a really dark place, and then I gave birth to Camila, and then I had my meet and greet, right? So then I had my meet and greet, and I had about 3,000 people show up, and it was such a wake-up call for me. Like I remember just getting home that night and like literally crying and just saying like, I cannot believe that I had so many girls there and genuinely just so happy for me. Like, they were just wanting to, like, I don't even want to, like, talk too much into detail because I'm not even trying to cry in this video. But it genuinely just felt like, wow, like, I have such an amazing support. And so many girls really just fuck with me. They fuck with me hard, and they love me. You know what I mean? They want to see me do good. They want to see me be happy, you know? So I was like, this is the time when something needs to change, you know? Something needs to change. I need to start taking, you know, action into my own hands and just do something about it. Stop complaining, Blanca, and just fucking do something about it, you know? So we made the decision, obviously, after everything that was happening in our house and stuff. We decided to just start fresh, move, you know, make a transition, sacrifice, you know, not being able to be with friends and family for a while, and really just take on that step to be happy within ourselves and just us, and just be in a good place. And, you know, we moved, we made the transition. We picked a beautiful place. We made that choice, and it's been great. And then now on top of that, I did something for myself. I did something for me. I decided to, you know, get my body done. And as vain as that might sound to people, I knew that this was something that was going to make me happy, because it was something that I feel like every mom has gone through, you know what I mean? And if I decided to take the easy way out, I'm sorry. Like, yes, I decided to pay, you know, to get it done instead of working out at the gym. Like, I decided that I wanted to do that for myself. And I got my body done, and it took me back to, you know, 2017 Blanca, you know, like the girl that finally was in a happy place again, and wanting to just kind of share her love for fashion, and wanting to share that happiness that she once had. And I feel like that's what you guys are noticing. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I finally am at the point where it's like, as long as I know that my babies are healthy, that my family is taken care of, that I have a roof over my head, that I have a job, you know, because people are struggling, you know, and I have a job, I'm making money, I have healthy, beautiful babies, I have everything that I could have ever imagined, ever asked for in life. So why am I not allowing myself to be happy? You know, like, I told myself that. I was like, why am I not allowing myself to be me? You know, like, does your husband love you? Yeah, I'm gonna hope so. You know, yes, he loves me. Do your kids love you? Yes, my babies adore their mom. You know what I mean? Like, do my friends and family care about me? They all love me. You know what I mean? They all support me. They all know me better than anybody on the entire planet. Like, anybody could literally, like, tell you guys exactly the type of person that I am. And I would throw my freaking hands in fire for these people. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know that they have my back for anything. So it's like, at the end of the day, people are going to talk no matter what, and they're going to judge you no matter what. So it's like, I'm not going to continue to allow that to define who I am as a person. You know what I mean? The moment that I feel like, you know, if I freaking killed somebody, or like I stole, you know, from someone, like whatever, you know what I mean? Like, if I feel like I know that I can look back and I would be like, would your mom be proud of that? Like, I can honestly say that there's a lot of things in life that I might not be proud of, but the point that I'm at in my life now as an adult, and how much I've matured, like, I know that I'm setting a good example for my kids, and I know that I'm setting a good example for people around me, and I'm just genuinely in such a happy place, and I feel like you guys are seeing that again, and it makes me so happy. It makes me so freaking happy to know that you guys are like, damn, you're thriving, you're killing it, like you're in a happy place, and you're feeling yourself. And I didn't want it to be just like, because it's me and my BBL, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want you guys to think that it was like, damn, this girl got a new ass and she just thinks she's the bomb, you know? Like, I love it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I love that fact that I got a BBL done. I'm happy with it, and Like, I have a flat stomach, which I haven't had in a really long time. My boobs are cute and perky, and they're thriving, and they are loving life, you know? So does that make me happy? Of course it does. I wear clothes and I'm like, I don't think I've put on an outfit and been like, I don't like that, you know? Like, I put on an outfit and I'm like, yes, she is that bitch. She looks bomb. You know, like, I literally look at myself and I'm like, damn, you're cute. Blanca, you like, you know, you look bomb. But it wasn't just the BBL. But as far as like, I just vented to you guys about like my feelings, but that's kind of where I was at. You know what I mean? Like, I literally was in such a negative place, and I know that you guys all saw that because I would get comments all the time like, Blanca, stop letting people get to you. Blanca, like, you're changing, or Blanca, you're not your same self anymore. Like, what happened to the Blanca that we fell in love with? Or like, why are you acting weird? Or why are you, you know, blah 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 blah. You know, and it's like, that was why. That was genuinely why, because I was just so stuck on wanting to prove to people that I was a good person. You know, I was so stuck on wanting people to just be like, because I was so used to, you know, all the love that I would get before, that now I was just like, what's happening? Why are people judging me so much? Like they were judging me just by breathing. Like, I would breathe and it was like, oh my gosh, she's fucking breathing weird. You know, like, oh my gosh, she's trying so hard. Like, oh my gosh, she's like, no, I'm just being me. Like, I'm sorry that you don't like the person that I am, but like, I'm not being a bitch. Like, I'm being a happy person, so just let me be. So that's why, you know, that's why you guys are seeing this person, and I'm in such a disbelief of the response that I have gotten. I get so many messages every day. The fact that people are telling me that they are so happy for me and that I've inspired them, you know, to really just do something for themselves and be a little selfish sometimes, and just, you know, understand that you can make these changes and with your life, not just my body, you know, but in life in general, and be in a place. You are the only person who can control your happiness. You're the only person who can take yourself to the place where you're like, you know what, yes, I am a good person. Yes, I am a happy person. Yes, I am living life. You know, you're the only person that can control that, nobody else. And the moment that you allow somebody else to control that happiness, that's where you're fucking up. You know what I mean? And with social media right now, you know, everybody wants to find something to talk about and something to say, you know, but at the end of the day, like, my girls, so like my real girls that go hard for me, like, I know that they have my back. You know, I know that you guys, you know, love me, and I know that at the end of the day, you guys are going to be here for me to just support me, and that's all that matters. Everybody else's opinion, I don't care about anymore. You know what I mean? They're still here watching, and they're going to continue to sit here and watch because people just want to have something to talk about, and that's cool. Like, if you guys want to talk about me, then that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the old Blanca, you know, the Blanca that didn't give a fuck before. Like, that needs to be me again, and that's where I'm at in my life. And as far as like the BBL recovery, I feel like I'm like 90% recovered. Most of my swelling has gone down a lot from the last video that you guys saw. My butt was still a little swollen. I sit on my butt now, so I have noticed that since I've started sitting on it, it's definitely gotten down significantly. I was kind of sad. I started seeing that it was starting to like go down more and more and more. But according to my doctor, he says that my butt should stay normal how it is now. My stomach, I went from an extra large faja to a large faja by a week, and then I was on a medium for maybe like a month. And I went from a small to an extra small in like literally a week. Like, just last week alone, I'm in an extra small faja right now. And just last week alone, oh my god, guys, my swelling just went down so much on my upper back. I used to have such like rolls on the back of my dress. Like, I would put dresses on and like my rolls would kind of like hang from the back, and even like on my arms, like it would just kind of like bulge, and like this little area would bulge, and it was just not a cute picture at the moment. But since last week, in just a week, I started taking arnica pills again, and I started drinking tea and all of that, so that made my body just snap, and it just looks so freaking good. Let me put my lipstick on. Yeah, it just looks so freaking good. And I don't know how many weeks I'm out. I think I'm like 2 months out or something like that. But I'm still in my faja. I'm still in my compression bra, compressive bra. I don't know how to call it. I'm still in my bra, and I'm still applying like scar cream and all of that to my boobs, just to make sure that everything is in place. I know that you guys see me off of my garment in pictures and in my TikToks and stuff, but that's solely for entertainment purposes only, just because I want to see my body without my faja and stuff, and I want to see like how it looks in clothes now. So that's why you guys see me. But for the most part, like I'm literally like always in my faja. Like I wear it 24/7. I sleep with it. I sleep with my boards. I sleep with the faja. The faja that I have, I'll link it down below for you guys. This is the one that they gave me at the office, but I also have one from Amazon that I love below for you guys, so you guys can see exactly which one I wear, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking me which one I have been wearing, and it's that one. But let me see. But everything's feeling good. Like I love seeing myself naked. Like whenever I like actually like pay attention to my body, I'm like, wow, it looks cute. You know what I mean? It looks really natural. It looks really like me when I asked my doctor like what I wanted. I told him that I wanted to be able to go to the grocery store and you not know that I got BBL. You know what I mean? Like I wanted people who did not know from social media that I got my body done, that I wanted them to see me and be like, oh, like she just has a cute body, you know? Like I was not trying to go for anything crazy noticeable. Like I wanted something just I wanted to look how I looked before my babies. That was the goal. Like I showed a picture to my doctor and I was like, this is what I want you to make me look like. Like I want to look like me in 2017. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna do like maybe 3 month. I'll do like a 3-month post-op video for you guys, so you guys can see exactly the changes that have happened to my body. Like I'll dedicate a whole video on that. If you guys want a whole video on that, let me know. Like comment, let me know down below if you guys want to see just like a dedicated one. I'll get like butt ass naked for you guys so you guys can see everything. I curled my hair. It's all like frizzy right now because I didn't even put any paste on it, but she's cute. Okay, so let me answer a few other questions. Does your family visit frequently? I've actually been having my family, they were visiting a lot. And then we went on a lockdown, and then they were doing like this whole like 6 feet apart thing. So they haven't came like recently, but they were coming a lot, and they were coming like every weekend. And there was a time when they even came for like a whole week. My mom, my dad, like they have been very, very just trying to like spend as much time as they can over here. And then Lisa's parents actually, I think it was like 2 weeks before we went on lockdown as well, they were here for the weekend. And yeah, we've been having like our friends and stuff be very supportive about coming to see us and coming to see the babies and all of that stuff. So it's been good. It's been good. Does Ulises get jealous because of the new Yvette that you have become? LOL. No, I don't think that I have become a new Yvette. I feel like he has his wife back. I feel like he's just happy that I am the person that he fell in love with as well. Just like I told you guys that I'm the person that you guys fell in love with. I feel like he's like, okay, like my girl is back. She's feeling herself. She's cute. You know, like he doesn't think that I'm being any different. Or anything like that. And I don't feel like I'm dressing any different. I feel like you guys have been seeing more of my body recently because I'm an ambassador with Savage X Fenty. And when I, you know, signed up with them, I was super excited, and it does make me get out of my comfort zone and post a little bit more, you know, like out there stuff, you know, because I'm in lingerie and in a bra. I mean, in lingerie and, you know, like in bras and panties. So it's something different for even myself. Every time that I post a picture, like I am in panic. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm naked on the internet. You know, like I literally panic, but I'm embracing it. You know what I mean? I'm like, yes, like look at my new body. I'm cute. Let me see it. Ooh, hot, ooh, ah. Yeah, so he doesn't care. And it's not like it's just me in my natural habitat. Like, look at my ass. Like, I mean, a thong, you know, like it's it's just my sponsored post, you know, that I'm showing you guys. I got like pretty much like the basics of those two. I am going to dedicate a whole video on my BBL update. So if you guys have any questions, make sure that you guys either DM them to me, comment them down below, let me know what you guys want to know. That way I can dedicate just a whole video to you guys and show you guys like the real before and after, like me like finally healed and ready to show you guys how my body looks finally after, you know, 3 months of healing and all of that stuff and stuff that I missed from my first video. So if you guys want to see that, let me know and I will film a whole Q&A for you guys. But if you guys want to go ahead and see more videos, make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button and join my Evettexo family so I can post more videos for you guys and you guys can stay up to date with everything going on. I also have a vlog channel that I will link down below for you guys so you guys can come and follow my day-to-day life if you guys want to see any of that stuff. But I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys all so much for watching and I will see you guys on my next video. Love you guys.